Hey, welcome back everyone. We're here with X6 Mission 2, Felheim. So this is a pretty large mission. So the first things that we're going to do is we're going to, well, we have three fronts to work with. So it's a very large mission. So what we're going to do is we're going to send Emmerich to the south. He's primarily going to be in charge of the land campaign. Put a knight here so we can knight charge this village. Koji's air force is going to come to the center, and the goal is to lock down this port so that way we get the enemy to continuously waste their money making ships out of there. While Nuru's force is going to come down and support them. I'm going to use this warship to blast this village. And Nuru herself is going to come down and try and grab the village in the center of the map. We're also going to build one turtle, because we're going to have a few turtles around this area too. This is basically the use we're going to have with our Tengus and turtles. They're going to be continuously attacking whatever comes out of here. Koji's going to try and make his way to the front. Maybe he can capture this village here. But for the most part, he's not going to be too useful. It's going to be his air force, which is we're going to spend most of our money making, dragons, which are going to come to the side and they're going to snipe the enemy stronghold for us. So with that, we're going to end turn. These first few turns play out mostly the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the knight's charge in order to decapture this village. The swordsman is going to come to the south, and these archers are going to capture the village. And now Emmerich is going to continuously move forward and hopefully draw the attention of this archer next turn. This dragon is going to come forward and it's going to blast this ballista that's sitting on the center island. This turtle is going to sit in the reef. And this warship is actually not going to target the turtle, but it's going to target Koji's village. So with that, we have a free hand to move our warship down and finish off this village. Then we're going to capture with these two merfolk, which we're going to use to pretty much defend our northern part, as well as move down south this turtle. And now we're going to build another dragon. Nuru is going to continuously move down to capture this village. Now that the ballista is gone, our Tengus have free reign to just move in. Again, it's really important that we lock down this port as soon as possible, because as we can see from the overview, the enemy is making almost twice as much money than us. Koji's going to move down, and now we're going to end our turn. As I said before, the warship is going to be more prioritized with the village, and that's going to be our ticket to destroying him next turn. The swordsmen come in for attack on the village, but they won't be able to decapture it. Instead, they'll just get weak. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to move this warship forward, and we're going to blast this village on the island. And once you do that, you can send the dragon full north and blast this warship. Usually it's a kill, but we got a little bit of bad luck and it survived on 1%. But ultimately that's going to be fine. It's so weak that it can't really fight back anymore. Meanwhile, we're going to send both of these groups of merfolk in. They're gonna finish off the enemy merfolk. And after we do that, we're gonna need to retreat because there's gonna be a turtle incoming. Yeah, there's gonna be a turtle incoming. It's most likely gonna move north. Okay. Well, these Tengus, they're going to start harassing these deep folk here, as well as doing damage to this turtle here. Now it's really important that you put that northern Tengu on the deep sea, so that way they can't quickly evade you. We pretty much have them blocking this area mostly. So we're gonna send this Tengu down, and now we're gonna use this turtle to get a critical strike on the warship, and we're gonna follow up with the second turtle to get into position to lock down the port. We're also going to drop Nuru off, and we're going to send the next dragon forward. We're going to build another dragon. You really want 3 or so dragons around here, but dragon spam is pretty much going to be the main thing that we're going to do. Okay, we're going to send Imric forward. These knights are going to go forward, and they're going to finish these swordsmen. Again, we're pretty much just sending all of our money Koji's Air Force way. So these guys they're just pretty much going to be our diversion force. And with that, we're going to end turn. Okay, so the enemy turtle comes in, and it strikes our turtle. But we're mostly going to be in range of our own stuff, so we can just come back and hit him. The warship's going to be a little annoying, but it's literally at 1%, so it's not going to be doing that much damage. Okay, so another thing that can happen, as you can see, is the archer chose not to attack Imric. So if he does that, we're just gonna run forward with Imric. He's gonna fight the village, and then we're gonna follow up with the archer. So that should decapture the village and start reducing their income even more. Unfortunately, we even got some bad luck there too. So instead, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna set up another attack with the knight and the swordsman. Bring Koji in and refocus on this northern front. So this Tengu can actually break off and strike this turtle. This turtle's gonna come in or this Tengu's gonna come in and attack the turtle. So now that that's health has been halved. Okay, this turtle is moving to a spot where it's not going to be covered. So we're going to bring our dragon in. We want basically 2 dragons to be able to strike. Yeah, the weak spot in this line is going to be these 2 ballista, because in the north they're going to be covered by this harpoon ship, and we can't actually go to the south without triggering the enemy AI. For the most part, all these heavy stuff will stay in the back until you reach a certain point, like around these walls and inside their main base, and they actually won't build out of the stuff in their base until you activate them. Considering they actually have an airport in their base as well, you really don't want to do that until you're ready to just strike and finish the mission. Okay, so we're gonna pull back these turtles so they can get recovered later. I'm actually just gonna I mean, we're gonna have the initiative of air power, so we're just going to move this warship forward. And it's actually gonna blast the village instead. It's gonna blast the village instead. We're gonna pull the Tengu back. We're gonna pull the Tengu back to strike these turtles. And we're gonna finish it off with our own turtles. And then we're gonna pull this dragon south to finish off this village, and then that should lock down the port, and then allow us to get in a position to strike this ballista here. We're gonna send another dragon forward. These merfolk are gonna begin pulling back because there's gonna be a turtle incoming along with a harpoon ship. We're going to pull them to this reef and finish off this warship. Now Nuru is going to capture. So we're going to move the barge here. And now Nuru is going to capture this village. And then after that, she's pretty much just going to be shifted down to the main island, where she's going to assist Koji in probably taking down this village. With that, we're going to build a replacement turtle. We're going to send them down. And we're just going to save the rest of our money for another dragon. Okay, so the swordsmen are going to go in for an attack on Emmerich, but that's for the most part going to be deflected. The merfolk are going to go in for an attack on our turtle, but for the most part, just a little bit of damage. The archers come in and they strike our knights. That's really bad, but I'm gonna at least be able to send in Emmerich. Another group of swordsmen goes in. Again, it's really bad if the archer doesn't go for it for you at the beginning, because you can see they literally will just sit behind and they'll pick at you if you miscalculate where you move your stuff. But Emmerich should be able to go in and finish the job. Fortunately, it still survives with 1 health. So again, very unlucky this run in the southern front. Like for you, it probably won't go nearly as bad. Okay, but instead we're gonna move forward with our archers. They're gonna strike these spearmen. Okay, so with these guys weakened, we should be able to advance later. Okay, so there's a trebuchet coming in, so we're gonna divert 1 Tengu to go deal with that, at least until the enemy archers show up. Okay, this dragon is gonna come to the south. Well, after we reshift this Tengu to the side. Okay, so those turtles are weakened. Okay. We're gonna blast this turtle from the north of the dragon. Now we're gonna finish them off with the mud snapper turtle. This dragon is going to come down and finish off these deep folk. And currently we are waiting. I guess we'll send these Yes, we'll send these Tengus down to finish off these guys. Who's gonna hop on a transport? This is gonna come here. Koji's finally catching up. We're gonna use this warship to... Fortunately, we're gonna be in range no matter where we go, so we're just gonna move them to this deep sea here. They're gonna blast this village. And this dragon is gonna come to the south to finish off the village, as well as get in range of the enemy ballista, so that we can get there when we're ready. Get another one out. Okay, we're gonna reinforce off of this village. The rest of our merfolk are coming down to the south. And with that, we're gonna end our turn. So the dog comes in and attacks Imric.
Blinding blast.
It takes some damage in return. And unfortunately, this low health turtle is gonna do a strike on our warship, but it's not gonna be that impactful. The spearmen going for attack on our swordsmen, but our swordsmen are gonna counter and weaken them severely. Yes, this one lone archer is gonna continuously annoy us. Okay. Now Nuru and Koji are gonna double team this village on the side. Gonna take a little bit of damage in return, but that's okay.
Battle stance activate.
Okay, well, this dragon is gonna come up beside this village. Guess we're gonna divert this warship. We're gonna divert this warship to come down and strike this harpoon ship. And we're gonna finish it off with the turtle. At least I hope it finishes it off. Okay. With this harpoon ship down, that amount of funds for the enemy gone down the drain, we're going to send this Tengu up to deal with this turtle. And this dragon is going to come to the north. So, next turn we're gonna move forward and we're gonna snipe this ballista and we're gonna snipe this ballista. Then we're gonna set up here before we snipe this ballista and strike the strike the enemy headquarters. The enemy's gonna be sending in a few more turtles. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a defensive line and let them come to us. We really don't want to lose any units here at the very end. Like, that would be very annoying. So we're just going to just back away with these merfolk. They're going to try and get to land to support Koji and Nuru. And we're going to get ourselves another turtle in this area. Just make sure they're out of range. We're gonna get another turtle and then save it for another dragon. Okay, the archers have caught up with the harpies in this area. So these harpies are gonna divert and deal with these guys. These knights are gonna finish these dogs. Swordsmen are gonna counterattack these spearmen. The archers are gonna they're gonna move to the south and capture. Gonna have Emmerich heal off of this village. And I believe that's all for this turn. Well, I guess except for moving this Tengu closer and moving this ship here. So that way whatever the enemy builds out of this port has to be in range of this deep sea tile, so that way we can get our turtle to crit. And with that, we're gonna end turn. Okay, so now's the time. We're gonna send this dragon forward. It's one ballista destroyed. We're gonna send this dragon forward. And we're going to send this dragon also forward. Again, you don't have to worry about this mage because it's not activated yet. So it's not going to try and move towards you. So we're gonna keep Emmerich in place. We're gonna move the archer's forward. We're gonna first off build a dragon for anything. Gonna build another dragon, and we're going to pull these knights back and recover them. We're gonna keep these Tengus in place. We're gonna use the turtle to critically strike this warship. We can actually pull down our own warship to finish off these trebuchet. We move forward with Emmerich and throw down a Elder Shield. I mean, at this point the southern front is kind of irrelevant. You can pretty much do whatever you want here, so long as you're careful.
Anyone home?
Recapture with Koji. Again, it's not really that important, but you know, just move everything here that's important. Use this Tengu to finish the job. The only main important thing here is that you keep this port locked down. There is another turtle incoming, but we have a dragon, so we're just gonna move in and finish them with our dragon turtle combo. Yeah, those two should be able to hold this area. Now we're bringing these guys in to help secure the port again. And with that, we're going to end turn. Well, I guess after moving this Tengu slightly north. Okay, the warship is going to come in for an attack on our central village. The dogs are going to attack Emmerich, but the cherry stone is going to give him the extra defense to just Yeah, completely wiped them out. The archer's gonna move in, but Emmerich should be able to deal with that. Okay, so now's the time. We're gonna pretty much just go in and we're gonna destroy the enemy stronghold now. Well, we're gonna hurt the enemy stronghold once, or hit the enemy stronghold once, but then after that we should just be able to finish the mission.
Yeah.
So once you actually pass the threshold of the walls, like near the inside or outside, the enemy will become activated and they'll begin building from the inside in order to try and defend their stronghold. But so long as you get one hit off here, the next turn you should be able to just go in on all 3 sides and then finish it. It'll take around 4 hits if you're very unlucky, I believe. We're just gonna run away with this turtle. There's no point in even continuing that fight. I mean, we can also blast the turtle and make sure they can't. Yeah, they can't chase them. This weakened turtle is gonna move out the way for one of these fresh turtles to come in with a critical strike. These guys are coming south as well. Gonna reinforce it a little bit more with this knight. Emmerich is gonna finish off these archers.
This should do the trick.
We're gonna move in with our own archers. And we'll use a warship to target down this village. It's not going to be a kill, but that's fine. Who's going to come in? These Tengus are going to block the land route. Koji's going to come in. These merfolk are going to go on land. We move these dragons forward. And there's no point in really building anything else, so we're just going to in-turn. Okay, so the swordsman going for attack on Emmerich. He's going to counter and most likely destroy them. Very close. Okay, so now it's time to finish this off. So from the south, we're going to strike the stronghold. And from the north, we're going to strike the stronghold. And that finished it off. And we even had one more dragon left over, so even if we got a bit of bad luck and we couldn't do it, we still had another dragon to finish it off. So ultimately, this one wasn't really that bad. It's basically a case of once you can get past the enemy's massive amounts of overwhelming resources that they waste, you're pretty much able to just go in and snipe the stronghold. The main thing is you got to keep your guys at the beginning together. You got to make sure you're using the Florin Navy and the Heavensong Air Force to lock down that port. So you can't spread them off and have them all do their separate things. But ultimately that's all I have to this time, so I'll see you later. Goodbye.